I'm Robyn.
I'm Max.
If you haven't already met us, I don't know if anyone's watching this who doesn't know us. How did you find this?
Everyone who's watching is like either my work friends or
My mum, maybe. I don't know.
a family.
Hopefully not the people we bitched about in the last
Yeah,
podcast.
don't come back.
Yeah. We don't like you. But
edit that out.
There we go. That's one already. So we already filmed a podcast about aliens, and it wasn't quite the standard that we want to be aiming for here at Max and Robyn podcast.
To be honest.
We haven't really planned it. We haven't planned this one much either, to be fair, but we're gonna give it a good bash. Out away, Max.
Okay, so basically there has been a decline in UFO sightings. Actually, the decline started in 2014.
Mm-hmm. A few years ago.
4 to be precise. Nearly 5. But basically, I think it's just because people were just getting more stuff going on.
Yeah.
All the big sightings were in the 60s, the 70s, we didn't have phones.
Yeah, aliens were like a really exotic, crazy thing back then, and now it's like we've been there, we've done that. We know they're in Area 51.
Fact.
Fact. You can take that to the bank. But yeah, I think as well, it's harder to fake them now because people are less gullible. People know more about special effects. It used to be if you showed someone a video of like, oh, this UFO that's like flying, like, ooh, people would be like,
oh my god, that's a UFO.
That's flying, and it's not a big airplane. That must be aliens then. Mm-hmm. But now people are a little bit more woke. Hashtag woke.
Hashtag woke.
Hashtag woke.
Because
we know about aliens.
We know now that how easy it is to just fuck things up and like be like, oh, look at this, be alien. Remember that video I sent you on Twitter, and it was like,
yeah.
For example, was that real?
You never know. This was a video on Twitter, and it was someone walking down the street and like, oh my god, and it was like these. Were they English?
I actually didn't listen to it. I just watched it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't listen to the audio.
Well, they were shouting like a maniac, and there was these what looked like, oh,
just dropped my phone. Aliens.
Oh, no. There was these what looked like
oh shit, sorry about this. Oh,
that's what happened.
Dude, that's because they're like, fuck, they're gonna out us.
Yeah, they made your phone go because you know Apple's owned by aliens, obviously.
Of course it is.
Of course.
Who else could run that big of a company?
Exactly. Who could beat Microsoft? Who could take Microsoft and just throw them down in the sand and stamp on their heads better than aliens?
Well, who is it that owned Apple?
It was
something Jobs.
What his name? Yeah, Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Like Steve Jobby. Like Jobby head Steve.
Is he not dead?
Yeah, that's not very nice,
come
is it?
on.
Do you know who else is dead? Hitler. So, are you saying he's not a jobby head?
Hitler is a jobby head. Like, okay, now I've said it, you heard it. If anyone was to be one, it would be him.
Exactly. Just for if there is.
No, he would be a shithead. He deserves the shit.
Yeah, he deserves the shit. If anyone's listening who doesn't know what jobby means, it means poo. So just
and also, if we have any Hitler fans,
we're really sorry.
Don't want to offend.
We've never met him before. He was a vegetarian, apart from pigeon.
What? He was a vegetarian?
Yeah, he didn't eat meat. He referred to meat stew as, what was it again? Oh fuck! It was something really grim.
Wait, I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, did it?
It's not like people or something.
No, it was. Oh, what was it again? I'm gonna Google it. Just a second.
Human. Something?
Yeah, it was something like carcass soup or something.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Did you?
Oh,
okay. I thought you like spit or something. Oh, do you hear that typing? That Jack's keyboard. It's absolutely
what's it called?
amazing.
I think it's called like a typewriter keyboard or something.
I don't know if this really matters. Should I even bother like looking for this? I don't remember
if it's going to take ages, then
it might. I'll just leave it. But Hitler was a vegetarian, and that's the tea.
Did vegans exist back then? Was that a thing?
It wasn't like a movement. It was just like
Robyn's part of the movement, by the way.
I'm not crazy. I don't care if you eat me. Do what you want.
It's not one of the vegans.
Yeah. But yeah, like Hitler. No, what was I saying? No, not Hitler. So yeah, vegans existed, but they were mostly just like crazy hippies or people who were just a little bit more woke than everyone else.
But that's weird that he was a vegetarian and like
Yeah.
was like, oh, I will not kill animals, and like, but he'll kill people.
When actually it's a fact that when Germany went up against America and they said the president's coming after you, he said, we'll tell him that I'm a vegetarian and I ain't fucking scared of him.
What does that even mean? I don't get that.
It's from a song, and the guy says, "Well, tell your boyfriend if he got beef that I'm a vegetarian and I ain't fucking scared of him."
So Hitler didn't actually say that?
No, Max.
Oh, he did. I was like, wait, when did that song come out?
I don't think Hitler ever actually said he was a vegetarian. I think it was his taster, like this woman who like tried his food to make sure it wasn't poisoned, who came out. I know, that's
paranoid.
Mm-hmm. She used to taste his food, and she always said that there was never meat. It was always like beans and stuff like that. Like it was always stuff that people eat instead of meat back then.
Oh.
And she said sometimes they would eat pigeon. He liked a good pigeon. And personally, I think we have too many of those anyway, so fuck it. But anyway, this has become a wee
So you'd eat pigeon, but you wouldn't eat meat? I don't think he was a vegetarian then.
Yeah, no, he wasn't like fully vegetarian. He didn't say he was.
Oh.
He didn't like have a membership to PETA.
Oh, right, okay.
Or anything, but like, oh my god, did you hear about PETA, what they've put out? It's so annoying.
What have they done?
They put out this whole thing, and everyone... they're all laughing at us. PETA put out this stupid thing saying that like it's like the same as using like racist words if you say things like bringing home the bacon and killing two birds with one stone, and they want people to say bringing home the bagels instead now and stuff because it's like talking shit about animals.
Oh my god! Talking shit about animals.
But that's not the words that they used exactly, but it's what they meant. And now,
well, that's pathetic.
It is, and now everyone that sees that's like, oh, those fucking vegans.
Oh, those
and like,
darn vegans.
It's not those fucking vegans. It's some psycho at PETA who's just gone loopy, trying to be offended by everything. I really. Anyway, back on topic because we've been talking about vegetarians and vegans and Hitler.
I don't know how we do this.
Do you know I watched a full... Well, I didn't watch it. I listened to a full podcast
segue?
about Hitler. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
Just said, let's get back on track. Oh wait, I didn't just say that.
Well, it was really interesting. It wasn't so much about Hitler. It was about Holocaust denial. Not condoning it or anything, but just like... about it and like the people who actually
that it didn't happen.
People, well, it's not exactly when people say that they're a Holocaust denier, which is stupid anyway, but like when they say that, they're not actually saying that it never happened at all. They're most of them are just saying that it was like wildly exaggerated and that not as many people died as what people think, and they say that like that that the work camps were work camps and they weren't death camps and they weren't all being killed in the... It's not... I don't think that that's true at all. I think like it happened how it happened. Obviously numbers are difficult to get for it, you know, like maybe it was a bit higher or a bit lower. Obviously it's almost impossible to get the numbers exactly right, but whatever. Aliens!
Yep!
Oh, they say Hitler went out into space. They do, but we won't talk about it.
Right, so I was about to say Hitler. like back on topic. Right, so what were we talking about? The decline and alien sightings from 2014.
Yeah.
Basically, this article said that it's just because we've got so much going on now, and like we've got phones, and it's easier to fake it. So now people are like,
no
that's probably fake. Like back in the day, like when you used to see like a thing in the sky, people would phone the police, and they'd phone the police so many times. Like, oh my god, there's this and that. So it'd be on the news, and it'd be like with the 3 channels they used to have like in the 60s, and then there would be like UFO sighting, and it could have been like a fighter jet or something.
Yeah.
Like,
because people didn't know as much about what the government had going on, and when they were testing weapons and stuff, people thought it was UFOs, and the government a lot of the time were more willing to let them believe that it was a UFO and just look a bit crazy than to let them know what they were actually working on, because obviously it was a secret and there was wars going on and
a big secret.
Yeah, and threats from Russia and stuff. Didn't want them to know what they had going on, so they were just like, yeah, it was aliens.
Just like hush hush, yeah, aliens.
Oh, you little hillbilly, it was aliens, sure. Off you go, you shit.
I just don't want people thinking the real stuff, like, because it's probably like them not going to war, but like just like
testing all
panic and stuff out.
And obviously as well, governments don't want you to know quite how much power they have over you, which is a bit scary. So they don't want you to know what weapons they have. They don't want you to know like what pies they've got their wee dirty fingers in and stuff. I hate them.
Yeah,
now. It's gonna annoy me if I watch it back. I'll be like, fix your hair, you stupid bitch.
You dumb bitch.
Little pussy ass bitch. I ain't fucking with you.
You little dumb ass bitch.
We've been YouTubers for 2 minutes and we're rappers already.
I know. We've actually just signed a contract.
But yeah, so I think nobody would believe it now. If I saw like a UFO, I probably would take a video or a picture or whatever, but I don't think I would post it online because I'd be scared of like just people seeing it and not believing me, and then I'd get people being dicks about it and stuff, and unless it was really,
you got
really
Area 51
cool.
chapping down your door, like
exactly, anyone could
go
come
out the door.
Exactly, someone could come to your door. They could just be like, "Look, you need to take that shit down," and then they've got their eyes on you forever.
I mean, I feel like that would still be pretty cool.
It would be, but then at the same time, I'd always be worried they were listening through my phone and stuff, because you know they can, because like your phone is listening to you all the time, but it's unlikely that there's always a person sitting listening to that, because they only have so much staff and everyone has a phone. Like, there's not always a person actually listening to you.
I hope not. I hope not.
It's just that they've always got access to do it if they want to. So if you bring their attention to you, then they will. If they think that like there might be something going on, you might know something that you shouldn't, or you might be telling people stuff that you shouldn't. I'm such a conspiracy theorist. I'm so paranoid.
But I think it's just true though, because like phones like do listen to you, and then like I get ads and all that on my phone, or like something comes up and I'm like, I was talking about that an hour ago.
And they've admitted it as well, haven't they? Like, Facebook and everything have said like, oh yeah, we just want to make your experience better. We want to make sure that the ads are what you want to see and stuff. And they just say it in a way that makes it sound as if they're not listening to everything you say.
Is it actually
I said that.
Is it actually a person sitting listening, or is it just your phone's like mechanisms, like the little device in that can figure it out?
It's your phone listening, so it's a mechanism in your phone that can figure it out. It's not a person sitting there, oh, she just said that, writing it down or anything.
Let's give it an ad for that. Yeah, that makes it better, I think.
Yeah, it can pick up on certain words. But the creepy thing is that because it's doing that and it is recording you, if they do want to just hear what you're saying, they have access to that, and you've agreed to it in terms and conditions, so you can't do anything about it, and you can't really complain because you said that they could. But
so no take backs.
Yeah. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, guys. You guys.
That's pretty shit.
It is, but it's last time we did this podcast about aliens, it was actually specifically Roswell, because we thought there was just so much about Roswell that it could fill a whole podcast, and aliens in general was really vague. So I did a lot about Roswell, which was a crazy one, and that was back in the day where like if someone reported that they'd seen an alien, like a lot of people believed them. There didn't even have to be any actual evidence, or well, there had to be some, but like they didn't have videos, they didn't have like phones and stuff. They couldn't just go, oh, there's an alien. So let me just get this out. I had an exam today.
Because everybody just got a picture of their alien on the phone.
Exactly. Me, my alien. I haven't had much chance to look over my notes from the last podcast because I've had exams all this week, and I had one this morning, and then I'd had a nap, so I haven't really had time to do it. So I'm gonna
such a nap, what I heard.
I had such a nap, guys. I slept for hours and hours. So, 1947, Roswell. That reminds me, can I tell the story about when I came here to do the last podcast and saw your notes? To your mind. So funny. So last time, right, I got here and I had like my notebook and I had like pages and pages of notes, and I was like, oh Max, like this is what I've done, blah, blah, blah. What have you done? And she was like got this bit of paper and had 4 bullet points on it. One of the bullet points being about Roswell, and the rest of them were just other stuff about aliens, even though we had agreed.
Yeah, and it was me
Roswell
that said
it was
Roswell.
Alex, And so the one note that was about Roswell, she had written Roswell, comma, when? 1947.
Is the
And that
date
was the
even
whole
right?
thing. 1947 is right, but you didn't write like the month or anything like that. So it was June 14th of June, if you're not American like me. 1947. Mac, is it him that actually did it? Yeah. Mac Brazel.
Mac Brazel.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right because I haven't watched any videos.
Do you need to say Mac Brazel? Is that how it works?
Brazel. It just sounds so razzy, doesn't it? Like jazz hands. He is the one that discovered the UFO. I mean, so he says. We don't know for sure. So he found it and he took the debris of it that was left, which was like the parachute and some other stuff lying around. Parachute? It had like, well, this is the thing. He says it was like a material, like a special material that looked alien, and there are other people.
Oh. Weird things keep happening.
We're being haunted by aliens.
We should do this about ghosts, I feel, because 2 weird things have happened since doing this.
Yeah. So, somebody from the who worked for the government, Jesse Marcel, Major Jesse Marcel, no less, also says that what was found there, because he ended up, the sheriff called him to come in and look at it as well, and he said that the material that was found, like the parachute or whatever, seemed like an alien material, that they couldn't break it, they were taking axes to it, they were doing everything they could, and nothing would rip that material. So that's what made them think aliens. And also people
aliens, I couldn't rip that up.
Aliens.
I can't rip this book. Do you think that
you're weak as fuck? This guy's a major in the US.
Oh, I forgot. The minute you're a major, you're strong.
Well, do you know what? Major Jesse Marcel, I have a few things to say about. I don't know if you remember, Mags, but I'll get to it in a minute. Yeah. So, he also said that it was probably aliens. People had also said that they had seen aliens. There were people saying that, but I don't know if maybe people had heard the story and then they were like, I saw the aliens and it wasn't true and it was just people picking up on it. But a lot of the things that have been said about this, and a lot of the people who believe in it, one of the main things that hangs on is the fact that Jesse Marcel agreed with it and that he was a major and he was like a reliable source. But
was he?
Those videos and everything never mention the fact that he was a big fat liar.
Exactly. Was he not a bigot?
It was a bigot?
Yeah. No?
I think you're thinking Hitler again.
No, I'm sure he was just a bad man.
Well, he was a bad one. It was Major Jesse Marcel Badman. Yeah.
I'm sure we said that.
We did. Major Badman. So he was like a known compulsive liar.
He was a known badman.
He was a known badman, known to exaggerate certain things, which makes me trust him less. But
of course.
Yeah. Like I'd watch.
You know what? That makes me trust him more.
Do you know what? I mean, he's lied so many times. What are the odds he'll do it again? You don't win the lottery.
The boy who cried wolf, he only lied a handful of times.
Yeah, and then once he actually got killed by a wolf. So
that actually is a thing.
Teaches you a lesson.
You lie, and then
inevitably one day you don't, and then you never lie again. You run out,
or you'll get killed. Or something.
Yeah, you try to say it. God appears, who's actually an alien, by the way, appears and says, "You've run out of lies. You've just told an extra lie. You're in a lie overdraft. So now I have to kill you." And then he gets a shiv. And he just stabs you, and then he leaves you there to die on the ground. And then...
Oh my god.
Yeah. God's a badass. Like, he's really...
Mr. God Badman?
Mr. God Badman shivs you if you tell too many lies, kids. Good night. That's what I'm going to say to my kids when I'm older. Before they go to bed, I'm going to be like, and our good Lord and Saviour... if you tell too many lies, we'll come into your room
We're gonna get
at night
shoved,
and
big on.
shove you. Just like I shoved your dad in prison. But anyway, I've got a little list here of Major Marcel's exaggerations.
Oh, this gets good.
Yeah.
This gets real.
And this
good.
This isn't even all of them. This is just the hits.
Actually,
this is my
have
favourites.
enough hours to go through.
We didn't. He's told so many. So one of them.
Touch a coffee.
So he claims to have earned 5 air medals, right? 5, which is quite a lot. He had learned some. Learned. He had earned some. He learned 2.
Just put down that coffee. More coffee for Robyn.
He had earned 2 air medals. He was exaggerating slightly, but it gets worse. Don't worry. So, this is my favourite one. I won't tell you all of them, but I'll tell you this last one. This is the number 1 in the charts. He claimed to have once shot down 5 enemy planes and 1 go. So, in one night, shot down 5 enemy planes.
And
that's
one
like,
go?
That's like saying you went out one night at the club and you slept with 5 girls in the toilets, right? And then everyone finding out, guess what?
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
That sums it up.
And then everyone finding out, guess what? You didn't shoot down any enemy planes in the toilet.
That's like when people are saying, oh, they kissed somebody when they were younger and they're like, oh, I don't know my grand's bit. So is that like that?
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, I shot down 5 enemy planes, but like I was in Jamaica, so it wasn't on,
yeah, you
on the radar.
Know, you won't know them.
I was on holiday, guys. But anyway, Major Marcel isn't very reliable.
Isn't very reliable? He's a liar. He's a big liar.
He's a big liar, and we can't believe what he says. And a lot of this hangs on him and his son as well, who's also called Jesse Marcel, who's also a big liar and has sold books about this whole thing and everything, and has a lot of motivation to lie about this as well because he's made so much money off of it. And also Roswell, the town, I think, has made so much money off of it as well because they do their like annual aliens convention and everything. So he'd be sort of even fucking over his whole town if he told everyone that it was all a scam. So I can understand him keeping it going. There's
Is he still alive?
I think so, yeah. His dad's dead. So Major Marcel Badman died in 1986. Yeah, and this is when it all blew up, sort of, because at first what happened was this was all found and stuff, and it went to the sheriff and it went to Major Marcel and all that jazz, and then it all blew over. Nobody talked about it again for ages. And then in 1947 it was when Major Marcel had an interview with, what was his name, Stanton Friedman. Sorry, I'm like burping because of my coffee. It's because it's sparkling coffee. I'm sorry, we're not editing out the burps because I'm not going to censor myself for this podcast. So yeah, he had an interview with Stanton Friedman, and that's when he said that what he found was a UFO and that everything was covered up, because at first it was in the news saying it was, I've done this so out of order, this is so bad. At first when it was found and it went to all the superiors and stuff, it was a news story the next day that it was aliens. And then the day after that, they were like, no, kidding on. It was actually just a parachute or something like that. And the government just sort of covered it up like that. And that's when he said in 1947 that was fake. The first news story was real. It was aliens. And then...
By the way... It was all along.
Just kidding on. Oh no! Kidding on. I'm Major Jesse Marcel. Welcome to my news channel. You just got pranked. But yeah, and then
God, he had some life.
I know. Ages later, not even him, but who did this? Oh no, I need to find the notes. It came out, the Roswell report in 1997. Like a while later, they could have just left it at this point. Like, they could have just like left the conspiracy theorists looking crazy, and nothing would have happened from it. But they brought out the Roswell report, and they were like, "Oh, those bodies like the alien bodies that people say that they saw when Roswell happened, that was just our test dummies for this cool new parachute thing that we were testing out, that was made with a material that you can't break, and that's why it wasn't breakable, and that's why Major Marcel said that. It wasn't lying, but it wasn't aliens.
Talking a load of shite.
Exactly.
I can't even listen to that.
That's when I start sort of believing it again. They're like, oh yeah, the dummies for whatever reason were 3 or 4 meters tall, because obviously you would test it on that, because they were planning on using little people for the parachutes when they
3 or 4
actually
meters?
started using them. 3 or 4, not meters, feet.
I was going to say that's tall.
I had too much coffee.
Far too much coffee. 3 or 4 meters tall. I was like,
3 or
that
4
sounds
feet
like,
tall.
But wouldn't that be the size of a big alien? You would think
Yeah.
if an alien came down, it would be a good 4 meters tall.
Well, that's like, there's different kinds of aliens from what people say. So there's like the aliens that people say they saw at Roswell are like 3 or 4 foot tall. Sorry, my bad. Little ones with big heads and long fingers, and then there's the greys and stuff, and the white ones I think as well, that are like big long ones, and they're like like sort of graceful looking, like the elves from Lord of the Rings or something. And that's a different type, and I think there's other ones, but yeah. So they sort of brought this thing out, this report, that made it seem like they're sort of covering something up. Like, it really looked bad when they brought that out. I don't know why they did that.
They're so sneaky.
They are. There must be a reason.
But like, so see, because you obviously get different kinds of aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what ones are the real ones. Or is it like, do you know how obviously like on our world, on our planet, we have like different countries. So you get people from Scotland.
Yeah, and people have different features.
We all have different features, and we all kind of look different.
It could be that.
Yeah, wherever you come from, you kind of look a wee bit different. Is it like that for aliens?
Maybe like
wait, have they got one planet and then there's like different cities on the planet, or is it each planet looks the same?
it could be anything. Like, it could be all different planets. If there's life on other planets, they're probably kind of far away from us, unless NASA's lying to us, which
Just
entirely
trying to keep us in
possible.
check. But it's not like we could get up and go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like we can't check if they're lying. We can't
Yeah.
fact check anything that NASA tell us.
And
We
also,
get
how
all
do
of
we
it
know
from
any
them.
of that's real? They tell us all
Exactly.
this stuff, and we're just kind of like, all right, okay, we can't check it. We have no proof.
They have the monopoly on knowing what's in space, like except for Elon Musk. But you
He's
can't trust
money.
him because he tricks you. He did that video of the car in space, but then you could see the set behind it, and he was just joking. He was just razzing us. He was just kidding around.
He's a jokester, him, isn't he? Big
That-
prankster.
Oh, you're a mean one, Mr. Musk.
He's another badman.
Yes, Mr. Elon Badman. He's like
Mr. Elon Musk badman.
He's like, you can't trust. It's so annoying because he's got so much money and he's interested in doing that sort of thing, like space travel and finding out if everything's a simulation and all that sort of thing. But now that he's done that, I don't really trust what he says, because I'm like, oh well, he might just be like doing a little social experiment.
Yeah.
He might just have started a prank channel on YouTube, for all we know.
Try to get his views up.
Yeah. Get that AdSense in.
Who's the other guy that was dealing with space? he owns Virgin.
Oh, who owns Virgin again?
I don't want to say Brandon. It's not. What the fuck's his name?
Big fucking Virgin.
A bit. Fuck, what's his name?
Let's look it up.
Bren.
Do you know what? It doesn't even ring a bell to me at all.
Fuck,
I can't
I
remember.
know I know his name. Not Rogers, Brendan Rogers. Fuck, I don't know.
Virgin CEO.
And do you know I know it, but my head is just.
Oh, fuck. I'm such a lightweight with coffee. Oh, that's the CEO right now. But Richard Branson.
Richard Branson.
I
knew it was
recognise
like
that.
B-R.
You were really close.
I said Brendan Rogers.
I recognise that name. Who is Brendan Rodgers?
The manager of Celtic.
If you don't know, Celtic's a Glaswegian football team.
Brendan Rogers is the manager.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny as well, because we're sort of polar opposites in that front. I don't like football, but I come from a Rangers family. My dad's a good Rangers man.
He is a good Rangers man, I'll give him that.
And Mags is from a Celtic family, so these are the two competing teams in Glasgow. The other ones don't matter. Forget about it.
Yeah, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting here wearing blue.
I know, that's so funny. I'm not wearing any. Actually, well, this looks sort of green to me. It's meant to be charcoal.
It is kind of green.
Yeah. Not on the camera. It looks sort of black on the camera, but like...
Yeah, it's kind of green.
In person, we're getting the full experience here. Chumps.
I don't have my glasses on or my contact lenses, so technically I'm not getting the full HD.
Oh, right. Yeah, I left my glasses over there because...
Mine's are over there as well.
Ah, that's fine. We're just sitting here blinds to look pretty.
I normally wear contact lenses, but I dropped one. It didn't. It just came out of my eye when I was in work, and I aliens. That was actually aliens. I spent so long trying to get them out. Like at the end of the night, I'm like, oh my god, I can't get this in my eye, and then it just comes out like itself.
On its own. Why don't you do that at night?
And I just
Fake
started a 12 close shift, and it was like 1 o'clock. So then I had to go through the rest of the shift.
So yeah, anyway, aliens.
Sorry, we keep getting...
Have you ever... I think that's the fun of it as well, like we're just having a wee chat, we're having a laugh.
Little giggle.
If you want to listen to us have a laugh together, then listen to this. If not, fuck off.
Yes, exactly.
At
least we can agree on that.
Yeah. Do you ever think that you might have come across an alien in your life?
Yes.
Still that.
Show me elaborate. Right, so sometimes what I think is aliens walk among us and they are the perfect people in the world. So you ever just meet somebody who's perfect? They are good looking, funny, smart. Everything in life for them is just easy, breezy. Like they just have it. I think, or like someone who, like, for example, like someone who's famous and like they didn't. I mean, I'm not saying they didn't try. Maybe they did try hard, but then they're just like everything just seems to work for them. It goes whatever they try, they're amazing at. I think
alien.
These people are aliens.
Yeah.
And I do think like. Also, who's that guy that made The Room?
That crazy man. I can't remember his name. Let's not give him the publicity.
Michael something?
Yeah, this movie, right. So there's this movie that people watch basically to make fun of. It's called The Room. It's probably the worst movie ever made, but it's sort of funny how bad it is. Yeah. It's like, you see, there's parts that are just so cringy that it's like really, really funny. It sounds a little bit hipster, doesn't it? We watched it ironically.
I remember I watched it because Jack had put it on.
Yeah, it was Jack that showed it to me as well. So Jack's Margaret's brother and also my ex-boyfriend, and also does everything for the podcast.
Yeah. Without him, this wouldn't be happening.
No, it would not. It would be getting filmed on an iPad and then deleted straight after. Because it'd be like, oh shit, that's really bad. But anyway, aliens.
But I was saying, like, so that Michael... So whatever his name is, so I think he's an alien. He's made a movie that's as if you've handed an alien... I'm sure someone said this to me.
Yes.
It's basically as if you've handed an alien a script on how to make a movie and they've made it by what you've handed them. Yeah. That's how he's done that.
He's like following all the right instructions, but just carrying it out in
work,
the most bizarre way.
Yeah.
That's exactly what... Yeah, it does seem like he could be an alien.
Yeah, I think... And he's very strange as well when you speak to him. Oh, not that I have.
Every time we've gone for coffee, he's just been so bizarre. He drinks it through his finger.
Not that me and him are friends or anything, but I've seen an interview. What was it on? Some fucking... I don't know. It was somewhere anyway, and he was like speaking, and I was just like, he's an alien? How do these people not see this? What the fuck? Like, I just have a different mindset maybe from other people, but when someone's heavy weird, I'm just like...
You must be an alien.
There's something not right. Like, you're an alien.
Back on the aliens.
Imagine you crashed a spaceship, you would die.
You would.
Like, there would be no... Oh, let's not go through insurance.
Yeah,
like,
you don't just stop in the middle of space.
Like, oh shit, that's a red light. Like, you're dead if you crash, because the only way you're going to crash is... Coming back to Earth, the takeoff is very risky. Do you land on other planets or do you float?
You land. There's like I don't know how they do it, but in the videos, like in movies and stuff, it's always like smokiness and they land and it was and then they climb out of this ship.
Maybe we should try and get Neil Armstrong on here because he...
Imagine that in Jack's room, he hasn't made his bed. He's like... Neil Armstrong's like, what has it come to? I want to go back to the moon.
Well, I mean, we could get Buzz Aldrin, I think he's pretty much like he's a bit busy as well.
Which one of them was the first? Can't remember. Was it Neil?
Neil Armstrong.
Okay, so we'll get Buzz on. I don't think we can get the first, but we can get the second.
Well, Michael Collins is he was the.
No one gives a shit about Michael Collins.
He wasn't actually the third guy. He was just in the big rocket ship.
Oh, did he just stay in?
He stayed in that. And I think he like circled it or he did something. The third guy on the moon was actually Peter Conrad or something.
Imagine going all that way and
Jr.
not getting out.
I know!
Was
he must
he
be
just, like-
fucking raging. But the thing is, someone had to stay with the spaceship, do you know what I mean? What if it floated away? Like,
But couldn't they have taken turns? Was he just like, oh, I'm going to finish this episode, guys? Like,
I think it must have been...
I'll give it a miss.
I think it must have been properly discussed beforehand. Right, Neil, you're first man on the moon. Let's, like...
Did you do a draw?
They must have pulled names at a hat. Like, I don't know how else they would have
Or
done
maybe
it.
it was best astronaut goes first. They had a competition.
Yeah. Or
The other poll. This is a running theme.
Or maybe they flipped a coin. Maybe they didn't actually know who was going to do it until they got up to space. I feel like that might have been how it was done because I feel like if Michael knew he was going up there to fucking float about the spaceship, he would have been a bit more like, guys, come on, I don't think that's fair.
Maybe
if I
he
was
was-
Michael, I would have said that.
Maybe he was in the toilet. The whole time. And it was one of those ones that
He
just won't
missed
come
it.
out. And he was just sitting there like, guys, can we just stay for like an extra hour? This isn't coming out. Or can one of you come in and like help me? I need a hand. I need to walk on the...
Oh my god, I hope none of that happened, Michael. I'm sorry if that's what you went through, 'cause that'd be pretty shite.
Yeah. It would
No
be.
pun intended.
Someone goes back up to the moon and they find the American flag there and it's not actually stuck in the sand, it's stuck in Michael's shit.
Robyn, you took that too far. Jack's gonna give us like trouble for this. He did say keep it clean.
I don't think talking about poop's too bad. It's not like we're talking about...
See, the flag is stuck in his shit.
Could be. Have you been?
Tears coming down. That's not how it happened. That's not what happened, guys.
I'm thinking, how do you stick a flag into like some rock and get it to stay there?
Yeah, to be fair, maybe you've just uncovered something, I don't know.
Yeah. Conspiracy theory.
I just always thought...
Michael's shit.
I just always thought, like, see when I think about the big American flag,
Uh-huh.
I just think of it as being in a big pile of sand.
I thought you were about to say Michael's shit.
Imagine when you said that, I was like, funny you should say that, Robyn.
I always thought.
I think it's just like, sometimes I think the moon is just like a big
Shit.
beat. Well, technically, if we actually want to get into it, the moon is a block of cheese.
I mean, factually, yes, that is correct. I mean, if you've ever watched Cowspiracy, they do speak about how many cows died in the making of the moon. They milked those cows to death. And for what? Gravity?
Fuck's sake.
Is that really worth the lives of those precious animals?
I'm not being funny, but did you just see that little thing floating up there?
No.
It just floated in front of me just as you were talking and it distracted me.
That's scary. I need to pee. I'm
Okay.
gonna go for a little pish break. Edit that out.
A PB?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just drift off
Like
this.
PB&J sandwich. It's just a jam sandwich for when you're pissing.
Video? There. And you pop?
Yeah, so hi, I'm going to be filling in for Robyn while she's away.
So we're just
so-
talking about how factual the moon is made of cheese. Yeah?
I knew you were going to go off topic.
Slightly segued.
So, what's the facts then? What's the facts?
Right, well, Robyn's back anyway, so let's get
Oh, hi.
Robyn in.
Oh, hello.
I just peed.
It's not what it looks
Am I
like, I
sitting on
swear.
your knee?
No, that'd be inappropriate. I'll just sit at the back.
Okay. Sit on your bed.
And I'll just occasionally fill in with zany little comments.
When we say stuff wrong, you can be like,
Yeah, you can be like, where were we? The moon is made of cheese. And
The moon is
everybody
made of
knows it.
cheese.
Everybody knows it.
so basically we came to this because we were saying how how did they stick the flag on the moon when they had landed there?
Yeah.
Because I was saying I would picture it being like sand, but then I was like, factually it is made of cheese, so that's maybe it was because it was quite tough. You know how cheddar is.
And my theory was that
How did the cheese get there then?
the moon is made
is
of
made of
cheese.
cheese.
So how did they get the cheese up there then? If it's made of cheese?
No. That's where we get cheese from. We get cheese from the moon.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe in that, you're an idiot.
So at one point there must have been milk up there and it turned into cheese.
Yeah, it was turned by gravity. Stupid idiot.
But you know, I also think the moon used to be...
I fucking hate it so fucking much.
The moon just used to be a big cow.
Yeah, big cow.
And it just turned into cheese. There was a planet near the moon, and someone was milking
Cheese
it.
planet.
Cheese planet, but it was a cow. It was just a wee trick, and someone was milking Cheese Planet's tits, and the milk came out, and it was being like turned around by gravity. You know how it works. We spin, and as did the milk.
Fermentation.
Exactly, and it turned into cheese, and now it's not a renewable source of energy either, milk, because there's only one moon. That's why I'm vegan.
What kind of cheese are we talking here? Are we talking Cathedral City? Are we talking...
We're talking Aldi brand cheese. This is like, it's not expensive, it's nothing fancy, but you know what, it tastes fucking good.
Is this the vegan kind?
No, it's not.
like-
I can't have the moon. It's against my morals.
Is it like
I
when
mean-
you buy off-brand Parmesan? It's called like hard Italian cheese.
Yeah, it's exactly like that, and you mix it into your spaghetti and then it's gone forever, you never taste it, and it's just extra calories for nothing.
Well, funny you should say that because it goes into a black hole.
Dude.
Slow segue into our next little topic.
Black holes.
Black holes, yeah. Oh yeah.
That's racist.
Okay, white holes.
Shadow
Like,
holes.
what do you want me to call them?
I'm joking.
Rainbow holes.
Rainbow holes. That's anti-LGBTQ plus. Get woke.
Is this just what you two have been doing for the last...
Yeah.
I thought you were doing a
Very much.
podcast because seriously discuss aliens. It turns out you've just been fucking making stupid jokes.
Talking about
It's literally
cheese
just
and
been
men.
stupid jokes the whole time. Wait till you listen back. But yeah, black holes are black holes are scary.
I really need to compose myself, guys. Come on, this needs to be serious. I don't know who we think we're playing here. We're playing ourselves.
Are we still talking about how aliens are real?
But they are.
Turns out they're not, okay?
What are those?
I've said it.
She said it.
You've heard it. You've heard
Mic
it.
drop.
You've heard it here first.
Aliens are not real. We're aliens, and we want you to believe they're not real because we don't want to get caught.
Because
Don't tell anyone.
where
though.
would the put
We're just letting you in on this little secret. Because you'd be nice enough to watch your shit video.
Yeah.
We're aliens.
Right, see if you're going to sit in, I'd like less of the back chat and less of the comment. Right, guys, aliens.
Okay, aliens. I do believe in aliens. I think it's crazy to not believe in
I
them.
think you're stupid if you don't believe in aliens.
Idiots.
You big
What the
alien.
You, if you don't believe in aliens, you
That's
are an
because you
alien.
are one. Mm.
Whoever smelt it, dealt it. And that's a fact.
That is actually a
Aliens.
fact, guys. That is actually a fact.
Yeah.
It
Check
is.
it on Wikipedia.
So
Yeah, and that's trustworthy.
Yeah.
Not just anyone can edit Wikipedia.
Jack, do you have any alien experiences, any alien stories, anything you just kind of want to talk about?
Fill us in,
Even
Jack.
if you just want to talk about something else, go on. We can have put aliens
Sometimes
in it.
I've seen lights in the sky a few times.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's about it.
Was it a helicopter?
Lights in the sky a few times.
No,
Why have you not
it
told me
wasn't.
this?
Was that a star?
Was that stars? It was just like this big. I was with mum. I was just standing at the kitchen door, and I just looked out and just saw this big like flash in the sky,
Ooh,
and I was like,
a flash.
And it couldn't have just been a star.